So it's a giant myth that the best watchmaking is in Switzerland. So right now it's in Japan and Germany because the Swiss somewhat gotten lazy and resting on their laurels to some degree. So with the Seiko, the hard part with Grand Seiko and the Seiko relationship is that there's so much great history that goes along with Seiko and some of the accomplishments in watchmaking and innovations in watchmaking are Seiko stories. And so it's tough to completely ignore that because those are some amazing triumphs and victories and innovations. And so they're struggling to try to hold on to the good part of Seiko and yet get rid of the baggage and the Bay special clearance sale Seikos that you could pick up for 50% off. So that's the tough part about that brand recognition in a lot of people's minds is that Seiko is Hudson's Bay and Sears and the department store watches. And so they've tried hard to completely distinguish themselves from Seiko, but at the same time, you can't let go of what Seiko has accomplished because this was a brand that dominated watchmaking. So when you look at the Swiss trials for watchmaking, what I love about Seiko is philosophically just the way they've approached everything. So the first year they went out to compete in the chronometer trials, they got destroyed and and almost to an embarrassing degree. And the whole idea that Japanese and foreigners would come in and try to compete with the Swiss. The Swiss had a great day and kind of took great pleasure in seeing Seiko fail. What they realized was that the route they took to get to Switzerland took them through a lot of magnetic fields. And it was the magnetism that destroyed the accuracy of the chronometers. So instead of going away with their tail between their legs, what they did was just kind of kept their ego in check, saw it as a learning opportunity, and just vowed to do better. And the next year, not only did they improve the calibers, they took a roundabout route, which added an extra 48 hours of time on a train to get to Switzerland, because that's how committed they were. And then the next year they dominated the timekeeping, and the following year they were uninvited. So the Swiss the following year said, no, this is now a Swiss only competition.